श्रीमान गार्ड आपका निरीक्षण के लिए हाजिर है। गार्ड बगल शस्त्र
सेंट्री कर रहे गार्ड विसर्जन।
Honorable Governor,
strengthened through technology-enabled monitoring, community participation, and responsive support systems, creating safer environments, enabling early intervention and fostering dignity, resilience, and opportunity for women and children across the state. Now, resurgence of growth to ascendance of prosperity. Economic revival has been pursued with a clear emphasis on the long-term sustainability and balanced growth. My government has prioritized infrastructure creation, industrial development, and regional equity to unlock the state's full potential. Investment in roads, ports, airports, urban transformation, and emerging technologies are creating jobs and improving connectivity. Simultaneously, focused efforts on MSMEs, agriculture, and services are strengthening
local economies. The state's economy is steadily returning to a strong growth path, supported by revival across agriculture,
industry, and services. Improved fiscal discipline, investment momentum, and infrastructure development are contributing to higher economic activity. Building infrastructure for
balanced regional development. The government is according the highest priority to completing the Polavaram project,
the backbone of the state's irrigation system, with a firm resolve to complete it before June 2027. Building on this foundation, the Handri Niva Sujala Sravanti is being advanced to deliver quick and tangible benefits to drought-prone regions. The Nallamala Sagar and river linking initiatives are being pursued to connect Godavari waters from Polavaram to the Vamsadhara and southern river systems. Parallelly, preparations for the Godavari Pushkaralu scheduled in 2027
have commenced with focused attention on infrastructure, pilgrim facilities,
and riverfront management, reflecting responsible water stewardship and administrative readiness. Under the vision of inclusive and equitable development, and Union budget announced on city economic regions reinforces this strategy, with the Vijayawada Guntur Amaravati cluster emerging as a strong Tier 2 urban agglomeration anchored in logistics, capital functions, and talent hubs. While the Visakhapatnam economic region has been launched, planning for the Amaravati and Tirupati regions is underway. Regional strengths are being harnessed through port-led economic development, aquaculture, and sustainable growth along the coast, horticulture in Rayalaseema, and value-based initiatives in tribal areas. My government is opening a new chapter that links Amaravati to the frontiers of quantum and advanced technology, echoing the efforts of the country to build domestic capabilities in next generation computing under the National Quantum Mission. My government has launched the Amaravati Quantum Valley. Andhra Pradesh is positioning itself among the select global locations where quantum computing systems will be operational over the year. Global conversations, including those at World Economic Forum in Davos, reflect growing interest in our state's ambition and preparedness. Alongside artificial intelligence, these technologies can unlock entirely new economic possibilities. By aligning innovation, talent, and policy, our government believes that future-driven sectors can create unprecedented value, moving the state decisively from resurgence towards technological and economic ascendance. Amaravati is being rebuilt with renewed momentum, supported by financial closure of key infrastructure works with support from the Union government, substantial progress in land pooling, and transparent technology-enabled processes that have reaffirmed the trust of farmers. To give further stimulus, my government has entered into a memorandum of understanding with the government of the Republic of Singapore to establish a framework for cooperation in sustainable urban governance, digital and real-time governance, human resource management, and sustainable economic growth, including the building of Amaravati capital city. In a significant step towards long-term certainty, the Union government has initiated the process to introduce legislation to accord statutory status to Amaravati as the permanent capital of Andhra Pradesh. To strengthen urban infrastructure and sustainable mobility, the government is advancing the development of metro rail systems in Visakhapatnam and Vijayawada. Metro projects have been approved at the state level and are being taken forward through a structured corridor-based approach that integrates key residential, commercial, and industrial zones designed to reduce congestion, cut travel time, and lower pollution. These metro systems will provide safe, reliable, and affordable mass transit for growing urban populations. The Union Budget 2026 announced the new high-speed rail corridors, including bullet train-ready routes such as the Hyderabad-Bengaluru, Chennai-Bengaluru, and Hyderabad-Chennai corridors will pass through Andhra Pradesh, boosting connectivity and economic growth. driving industrialization and employment expansion. My government has launched more than 25 new policies and initiated development of MSME parks across 175 assembly constituencies. Industrial infrastructure continues to expand through a strong network of industrial parks, MSME parks, sectoral clusters, and the Visakhapatnam-Chennai Industrial Corridor. New industrial clusters at Kopparthe and Orvakal are reinforcing balanced regional development. Investor facilitation has been strengthened through an upgraded single desk portal, improving speed of doing business and ensuring timely approvals. Global trade developments, including the recent India-EU and India-US agreements, are opening new markets, which the state is leveraging to boost exports in marine products, electronics, and engineering goods. Future-ready initiatives such as Space City, Aerospace City, Electronic City, Drone City, Quantum Valley, Green Hydrogen City, and semiconductor ecosystem are being advanced. These efforts will be further complemented by recent union budget initiatives on reservoir development, Amrit Sarovars, and the coastal fisheries value chain. Globally, energy transitions are reshaping economic fortunes. While many economies remain locked into fossil fuels or face supply vulnerabilities, India holds a unique advantage through its integrated national grid. Andhra Pradesh is poised to leverage this strength to lead the shift away from fossil fuel dependence by advancing green hydrogen, green ammonia, and renewable energy-based industrial ecosystems. The state is positioning itself at the forefront of clean industrial innovation. It will reduce exposure to global shocks, lower costs over time, and establish Andhra Pradesh as a driver of new clean energy economy. To protect consumers and restore stability, my government took the responsibility of bearing electricity dues amounting to rupees 4,498 crores on behalf of the people. True down mechanism has resulted in reducing power tariff by 13 paisa per unit, easing the financial burden across households and business. Costs that could have been passed on were instead absorbed through better financial management. A sector that was once weakened by poor decisions is now being repositioned as a national model. With predictable and affordable power, confidence is returning. This reform is already enabling new industries, including data centers, to consider Andhra Pradesh as a reliable destination. My government has actively engaged with national and international platforms to position Andhra Pradesh as a growth destination. Investment summits, industry partnerships, and sector-focused events have opened new opportunities. Priority sectors are being identified with a clear focus on employment generation. At CII Summit, we have signed 610 MOUs involving investments of rupees 13.25 lakh crore and generation of 16.13 lakh jobs through 14 state investment promotion boards. Investments of rupees 8.74 lakh crore generating an employment potential of 8.36 lakh jobs are cleared. They reflect a coordinated effort to integrate the state into global value chains while ensuring that local communities benefit through jobs and economic activity. Parallelly, tourism has been revitalized with the industry status, a proactive land allotment policy, and a vibrant calendar of festivals that is positioning Andhra Pradesh as a year-round global destination for culture, heritage, and investment. The Union Budget 2026-27 has announced eco-friendly nature and mountain trials in Araku Valley and a bird watching trials around Pulicat. These initiatives are expected to promote community-led ecotourism, generating local employment, non-farm incomes, and sustainable livelihood opportunities. Now about revitalizing agriculture and rural economies. Irrigation has emerged as a true game changer in our development strategy. Regions historically known for drought, including Anantapuramu, which records among the lowest rainfall in the country, are witnessing visible transformation as a horticulture hub. With assured water and improved management, agricultural diversification has taken place, including horticulture and high-value crops. These changes reflect deliberate policy choices and sustained execution. By addressing water stress at its root, my government has revived confidence amongst farmers, stabilized rural incomes, and laid the foundation for long-term agriculture resilience and regional balance. Through Polam Pilustondi, Raitanna Meekosam, the government has reached nearly every village, taking field-level support directly to farmers and strengthening trust at the grassroots. The government has positioned horticulture as a major driver of growth for Andhra Pradesh, aimed at improving production, productivity, and quality to raise farmer incomes while strengthening nutrition and export potential. Through expansion of cultivated area, crop diversification, multiple cropping, and the widespread adoption of natural farming practices, the state has become the largest fruit producer in the country, accounting for over 15% of India's total fruit output. Natural farming has been institutionalized and is being further promoted through the PM Pranam initiative, encouraging reduced use of chemical fertilizers and better soil health. Procurement process have been simplified, with more than 80% of farmers receiving payments within 24 hours. In addition, price stabilization interventions for crops such as tobacco, cocoa, and mango are being implemented by APIC and MARKFED to ensure farmers receive their fair and remunerative prices. The fisheries sector is a vital pillar of Andhra Pradesh rural economy. As India's leading fish producing state, it significantly contributes to national output and marine exports, supporting lakhs of fishermen families. Relief under Matsyakara Sevalo during the fishing ban period has been enhanced to ensure timely income support. New livelihood opportunities are being promoted through seaweed cultivation led by women self-help group. Modern infrastructure such as integrated aqua parks and geotagging of over 2 lakh aquaculture ponds across nearly 6 lakh acres are strengthening fisheries as a driver of sustainable growth and employment. Initiatives such as the Product Perfection Program support the production of premium export quality horticulture produce, while non-region specific efforts like Purvodaya scheme promote balanced regional development. We can become the national leader in Araku coffee, cashew and cocoa processing with value chain incentives aimed at self-reliant production and exports by 2030. Now about resurgence of trust to ascendance of good governance. Governance reforms have been central to rebuilding trust and improving outcomes. My government has undertaken institutional restructuring, administrative rationalization, and technology-enabled service delivery to make governance more responsive and transparent. Emphasis has been placed on data-driven decision-making, performance monitoring, and citizen engagement to improve accountability at all levels. By aligning policy intent with measurable outcomes and timely implementation, governance is becoming more efficient and people-centric. This transformation of the administrative system is enabling the state's journey from governance recovery to confidence ascendance. Now, renewing institutions and administrative capacity. The government has transformed last mile governance as vibrant centers of citizen service delivery by restructuring Grama Sachivalayam and Ward Sachivalayam department as Swarana Gramam and Swarana Wardu department. Today, a wide range of public services are available closer to homes, supported by improved databases that ensure near universal population coverage and inclusion of previously missed citizens. These offices have also emerged as enablers of livelihoods by mapping local skills, supporting work from home opportunities, and facilitating job assessments and skilling initiatives under Kaushalam. The state's revival is reflected in improved growth rates, better revenue realization, and faster execution of projects. Real-time monitoring systems are enabling timely decisions and course correction. Entrepreneurship is being encouraged through one family, one entrepreneur by way of structured platforms, innovation hubs, and family-based enterprise promotion. Engagements with national and global forums have enhanced credibility. These efforts signal that Andhra Pradesh is regaining momentum with confidence, returning to investors, entrepreneurs, and young innovators across the state. To improve administrative efficiency and bring governance closer to citizens, the state has reorganized its districts from 26 to 28 to better reflect population spread, service delivery needs, and regional balance. This reorganization is enabling faster grievance redressal, improved planning, and more responsive district administration. Through positive public perception, the government has institutionalized periodic performance reviews of departments and officials with a strong emphasis on citizen feedback and public perception. This mechanism strengthens accountability, rewards efficiency, and ensures that government remains transparent, responsive, and citizen-centric. Leveraging technology for smart and responsive governance. Good governance is being strengthened through technology, partnerships, and accountability. Public-private people partnerships are being leveraged to improve service delivery. Every program is being measured, analyzed, and corrected where necessary. Land records are being secured and arbitrary practice discontinued to protect citizens. Data analytics now inform decisions across departments. Governance is no longer reactive but proactive. These reforms are restoring trust and ensuring fairness. By placing transparency and accountability at the core, my government is building institutions that serve people effectively and consistently. I appeal to the people with humility and confidence. The challenges inherited were complex, yet crises also create opportunity. Immediately after assuming office, my government repealed the land titling legislation in 2024 to remove fear and uncertainty among citizens. Deliberate controversial inclusions under Section 22A were reviewed to prevent arbitrary restrictions on land use. Land records are now being secured through transparent systems using blockchain technology and QR codes, ensuring authenticity and public access. Welfare delivery is monitored closely to ensure fairness. With data-driven governance and institutional correction, the state is moving from recovery towards lasting ascendance built on the trust and accountability. This transformation is not easy, and will require more than a year of consistent action and persistent effort to be fully put on track. Artificial intelligence and quantum computing represent the next frontier of economic transformation with the potential to create a $1 trillion economy. Just a clear vision for information technology transformed from Hyderabad in the 1990s into a global hub. My government now envisions a similar transformation for Amaravati through artificial intelligence and quantum technologies. Artificial intelligence enables intelligent decision making through advanced algorithms, while quantum computing provides unprecedented computing power. Together, they can unlock new value across sectors by building skilled talent, enabling future-ready infrastructure, and adopting forward-looking policies. Andhra Pradesh is positioning Amaravati to define the next phase of economic growth beyond conventional pathways. Environmental restoration is being pursued with urgency and scale under the Swachh Andhra initiative. Large volumes of legacy waste accumulated over the years have been cleared, reducing risk to land, water, and public health. This effort marks a decisive shift from neglect to responsible environmental stewardship. Urban local bodies are being strengthened to improve waste collection, segregation, and processing with rapid improvements in coverage. By linking waste management with resource recovery, my government is advancing a circular economy approach. These measures are protecting the environment with enhancing urban quality of life, firmly positioning sustainability as a core governance priority. Now, deepening transparency and citizen-centric service delivery. Digital tools are being used to map and monitor green assets, water bodies, parks, and public spaces, enabling data-driven planning and maintenance. Flagship initiatives such as Swarnandhra Parks are transforming open spaces into sustainable, community-friendly green hubs that integrate cleanliness, biodiversity, and renewal practices. Across urban local bodies, waste is being handled through a balanced mix of decentralized and centralized solutions, including composting, biomethanation, recycling, co-processing, and waste-to-energy projects. My government expanded WhatsApp-based governance through the Manamitra platform, providing 865 services across key departments, enabling application submission, document upload, status tracking, and service completion on a familiar interface, significantly reducing physical visits and improving citizen convenience. We are also examining legal frameworks to ensure age-appropriate access to social media platforms for children below 16, drawing on global best practices to make online spaces safer and reduce harmful impact on young minds. Experience from earlier phase of technology-driven growth has shown that vision, skills, and policy alignment can transform economies. Today, artificial intelligence represents a similar inflection point. My government is moving services and systems online to improve efficiency, transparency, and accessibility. Digital platforms are being expanded across departments to reduce discretion and delays. By combining technology with institutional reform, governance itself is being smarter and more responsive. This digital transition is not an end in itself, but a means to unlock productivity, innovation, and citizen trust across the state. Governance is increasingly being driven by clearly defined key performance indicators mapped across departments and administrative levels under Swarnandhra at 2047 vision. A comprehensive digital dashboard ecosystem has been established to enable real-time monitoring of targets and achievements, visualization of development trends, and comparison of performance across regions. This framework supports evidence-based reviews, early identification of gaps and lagging indicators, and timely course correction. By institutionalizing accountability across the system, it ensures that policies translate into measurable outcome and ultimately leads to a significant improvement in the speed of delivering governance. Friends, the challenges before us are significant. Years of financial stress left deep imbalances, including substantial liabilities across sectors. My government has taken steps to stabilize finances, reduce borrowing costs, and secure revival support while rebuilding credibility. This has not been an easy task, but there is no alternative to disciplined correction. Despite constraints, growth momentum is being restored through careful prioritization and reforms. Determination, clarity, and persistence define our approach as we work to rebuild the state's foundations and promote Andhra Pradesh with renewed confidence. These efforts are already reflecting in the state's economic performance. As per the first advance estimates for 2025-26, Andhra Pradesh gross state domestic product has increased to rupees 17.62 lakh crore from 15.91 lakh crore in the previous year, recording a nominal growth of 10.75%. Per capita income has risen to rupees 2.95 lakh compared to 2.66 lakh last year. This growth has been driven by strong performance in agriculture and allied sector at 7.83%, industry sector at 9.53%, and services sector at 12.94%. As we move forward, the pace of revival and growth depends on collective participation. My government is committed to monitoring outcomes closely, motivating institutions, and sustaining momentum. Public cooperation and constructive engagement will ensure that reforms deliver results faster and more equitably. When citizens participate actively, progress accelerates. Together, we can ensure that transition from revival to ascendance is smooth and enduring. This shared responsibility will help transform policy intent into better living standards, strengthening confidence in the state's future direction. As Gurujada Apparao, a revered social reformer, so powerfully reminded us, Deshamante matti kadoi, Deshamanta manushaloi, meaning the nation is not soil, the nation is its people. The people entrusted my government with the responsibility to rebuild the state through welfare, development, and good governance. In 1 year, 9 months, this process is firmly on track. Foundational reforms have been completed and proof of concept is visible across sectors. With the Swarnandhra vision guiding us, each year builds on the previous one. This journey aligns with national aspirations and the vision of a developed India by 2047. I call upon every citizen to participate actively in this shared mission of transformation. This collective journey is directed towards building a state. That is why that is wealthy, healthy, and happy, and among the most livable in the country by translating aspirations of the people of Andhra Pradesh into enduring outcomes. With confidence in our strengths, faith in our institutions, and unity in our purpose, Andhra Pradesh is moving forward with a resilient spirit, competitive in action, and committed to a future where every citizen can live with dignity, opportunity, and hope. Jai Hind, Jai Andhra, Jai Jai Swarnandhra.